This is Daily Dose of Daryl, entitled Voice. Thanks for coming to the Daily Dose of Daryl. There are approximately 145 to 50 subscribers, and there's approximately, average is about a 90 to 110 who actually appears to watch the dose each day. I would like to just take a personal moment before this dose to ask for your special prayer and concern over one of my cousins, my first cousin, Gerald. He has dealt with lupus and being on oxygen for years. Still an amazing, kind, wonderful person through all of the things she's faced. And he is in the hospital with a lung infection, and I just want you to pray for miracles. And I know he's going to be all right one way or the other, but if something should happen to him, it's a terrible loss to us here. And so just lift him up and his family up during this time, and express your love spiritually for him. And I thank you for that. And this daily dose will follow, but I thank you for taking this moment, allowing me this personal appeal to you. God bless you, and have a great day. Make it a great day. It's the only one you have. God bless you. My cousin Gerald and I have been linked for a long time. He and I in the third grade together. A lot of his young life was spent in Alabama and in Hoboken, New Jersey. And throughout that time, we developed not only a friendship as cousins, but a real special bond and a link and a love. And as the time passed, we were able to connect through the years. But one of the keys was we could always, even the miles might separate us, we could speak to each other. And we had a really common link of communication and love with each other. I was born in March, and later that year in November, he was born. And yet we weren't quite exactly the same age, but we shared so much together. He lived in California, and we went together out to the coast to see some of the great coastline. He lived in Atlanta, in different places. He ended up back in the valley in my hometown area, where he spent a lot of his early life. I went on my first trip to New York City with Gerald. It was really special since he was in his early youth roaming those streets and knew it well. He was, I guess, the Hoboken kid, and he knows the city. And he gave me a sense of peace in that chaos, my first time to New York City. And it was really special, the different things we could share, but that common voice we had, that we could communicate with each other. This morning, this is the bowl I was looking at when I got the news that I couldn't hear his voice anymore. He was incoherent. He was in the hospital, and the news was not very good for him. He's fighting for his life, and I thank you for your prayers. But my heart froze when I heard that, because we couldn't talk. And yet, even though we couldn't physically talk and I couldn't hear his voice, I could still hear that still small voice of the Spirit that we share. And there was a peace in my heart amidst the coldness of this news and the coldness of the world outside today. And I'm so grateful that we have that voice. And I just know that in the scriptures it says, let no corrupting talk come out of your mouths, but only such as is good for building up, as fits the occasion, that it may give grace to those who hear. And that voice is so important, that spiritual voice. And that's the voice we share. And the central focus is that wonderful Spirit we share together and the love we share. And all else begins to fade. If you look at this picture here, you see even when covered with cold, hard news, there's a warmth inside that only comes from the love of God. And so today, we do have a reason to celebrate. I celebrated today, even though I couldn't talk with him, that his life here with us still. And I know that no matter what happens in this hospital, Nothing can separate us from the love, and the circle will never be broken. It's not going to happen no matter what. So this daily dose of Daryl, called The Voice, is a reminder to all of us to always nurture and continue to make sure that eternal spirit in our hearts is the voice that we share forever. And I can always, even now and forever, hear that sweet voice, that spiritual voice of Gerald. God bless you, and have a great day, and go out and share the good news with others.